Hello everyone. In the previous videos we have started a new chapter 8 of your book, that is a string, and we have seen that we have discussed different types of functions to be used in the string chapter, and along with that we have also discussed different types of programs based on the character splitting of this string topic. Okay. Today we are going to discuss one more question related with the character splitting, and the question is write a program to convert lowercase character to uppercase, lowercase character to uppercase, and uppercase character to lowercase. It means if I would like to give an example. Suppose here is welcome, here W, C and M, these three characters are in uppercase. After output, this is input, after output, the output will be like this: W, E, L, C, O, M and E. The uppercase character will be converted into lowercase and the lowercase character will be converted into uppercase. So we have to do this type of program. So let's start. First of all, declare a string str equal to Madonna, and as we have to convert the lowercase to uppercase and uppercase to lowercase, that will be stored in another string. So declare one more string s1 equal to blank. Always remember, in a Java the string is not updated in itself. We cannot update the existing string. Okay, so here is one more string s1. Now a character type variable int I to run the loop, and j. In this case we will have to use the ASCII values concept that we have already discussed in class 9. Apply the loop for I equal to 0, I less than str dot length and I plus plus. First of all, extract a character ch equal to str dot char at I. Now convert this character into integer to get the ASCII value. Suppose j equal to int ch. And all of us know that the ASCII value of uppercase and lowercase ranges are like this: capital A to capital Z 65 to 90 and small a to small z is 97 to 122. So we will apply the condition for uppercase like this and for lowercase this. So apply the condition if j greater or equal than 65 and j less than equal to 90. If this condition is satisfied, it means the character is in uppercase and you need to convert into lowercase. And I think all of you know that the difference of uppercase and lowercase is 32. So to convert upper into lower, we'll have to add 32 in j, else if j greater or equal than 97 and j less than equal to 122, if this condition is true, it means the character is in lowercase, then you need to convert into uppercase. It means you will have to subtract 32 from the lowercase to get in uppercase. So j equal to j minus 32. After getting the updated ASCII values, you need to convert again into character, and you can convert into character like this by using the casting method. Okay, now updated character, you have got the updated character. After that, concatenate s1 equal to s1 plus ch, bracket close, loop close. After completion of loop, each and every character will be converted into upper or lowercase as per the requirement, as per the given criteria, and then concatenated into the updated string. Finally, you have to print the value of s1, sopln s1. Okay, in this way we can convert upper into lower and lower into upper. Okay, now we'll discuss a different type of problem. Last day I told you that the string, in the last previous video I told you that the concept of a string is divided into two parts. First is character splitting and the second is word splitting. Now we'll discuss how to split the string into more than one words. If the string, suppose in this string you have only one word, but suppose if you have a string having more than one word, then how will you split the string into more than one word? Okay, so let us see the next problem. So here is a string splitting of a string into different words. So here is the question: write a program to print each word of the string separately. We have to print each word of the string separately. So here is the concept of English that will be used in the program. First of all, declare a string str equal to, suppose the string is Madonna English School. Now, how will you determine what are the words? In English, we say that group of words between two spaces. Suppose this is our space, this is another space, and group of characters, group of alphabets between these two spaces will be called a word. We'll use this concept. It means, first of all, what is the strategy, what is the algorithm behind this program? First of all, we'll try to find the index of a space by using index of function. We'll try to find the index of a space, and as we get the index of a space, immediately we'll extract the substring. Again, we'll find the space. After this space, the next space will be like this, and then we'll again extract this word by using the substring method. So this is our algorithm. This is our strategy. To store a word, declare one more string, suppose s, int I to run the loop, and j to store the index. Apply the loop for I equal to 0, I less than str dot length. Okay, but this time will not increment the value of I by using the loop. The value of I will be incremented later. I will discuss it later. Okay, first of all, find the index by using j equal to str dot index of space comma I. In the previous video, I let you know that what is the use of index, how the index of is used. I told you that index of is used in two ways. First is by using the single parameterized index of, and the second is two parameterized index of. Two parameterized index of, what does this function do? This function searches for the first occurrence of the string after the given index. So as we don't have to use, we don't have to search only the first occurrence of the space. We also have to search the next occurrence of the space. That's why we have used the two parameterized function. Now, one more I have discussed one more concept, that if the character is not present in the string, if the string to be searched is not present in the string, then this index of will return you -1. It means if I write the condition j is not equal to -1, it means the string is present. Otherwise, if the string is not present in the given string, then it will return you -1. So if I have written here j is not equal to -1, it means this space is present in the string, and then it will return you, and the value to be returned is stored in j. So just after that, we'll extract the string s equal to str dot substring I comma j. We have started the searching from I, and from I means 0 position. Suppose in the first case I equal to 0, here is 0, and after 0 position we have found the space at this position. This is 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7th position. So the substring will be 0, 7, means 0 to 6. Madonna will be extracted and will be stored in S. Else S equal to str dot substring I. This condition will be satisfied for the last word. We'll discuss it later. This time, after getting the word, just print it system.out.println s. Now what we have to do? Here is very important point to be discussed. Here is very important point, so be conscious. After printing the word, we have to increment the value of I. we have searched the first occurrence of a space from 0 position, but the next space will be searched after this position, on and after this position. So the value of I will be incremented directly from this to this, not I plus plus, and this position you can get by using j. This is j, 7 is stored in j plus 1. So you have to increment the value of I by using j plus 1. Finally, to exit the loop, you will have to apply j is equal to minus 1, then break. Okay, so be careful here. What you have to do in the complete program, basically you have to be conscious for applying the loop. You don't have to increment the value of I here. This is very important. Second, in the first step you have to find the index of a space after I position, means from 0 position, then again from this position, then again from this position. Okay, you have to apply the condition like this. If j is not equal to minus 1, it means if the value is found, j will not be equal to minus 1. You have to extract this string, and this substring will be extracted for the last index. Here you have to note that this substring will be this, all these words will be except the last word, and this will be the last word. So this will give you all the words except the last word, and this will return you only the last word. After that, print the word, increment the value of I by using j, and then get out of the loop. In this way we can print each word of the string. Getting my point? Now this can be extended, the program can be extended. Write a program to print each word of the string separately with its length, with their lengths. It's very simple. As s is you are going to print s here. S is also a string, and you have to print the length of this string. How will you print? Just make the modification here, /t length equal to plus length of s. Length of string is given by length function, by using length function like this. Here str dot length means length of str, and if you have to find the length of s, then how will you write? S dot length. Okay, so this question can be modified like this. In this way you can also write a program to print number of words in the string. If you have to I am going to extend this question and print number of words in the string. Concept is same, just you have to do a little bit manipulation in the program to print number of words in this string. Definitely after going according to this loop, the loop will run as per the number of words. Definitely you have to use here counter equal to 0, and at any place, suppose here. After printing, just make the counter cnt plus plus I equal to j plus 1. Rest will remain same. If j equal to minus 1, then break. Okay, close the loop. Now here is simple counter. As you have got the word, just make it counting. First word, counter increment 1. Second word, counter increment 2. Finally, here I am going to print the counter SOPLN after completion of loop. After completion of loop, this will be transferred to here. After completion of loop, SOPLN number of words equal to plus CNT. Okay. So all these programs are related with each other. That's why we have discussed in the same program. Now let us discuss some more different programs based on the word splitting. Okay, now we'll discuss some more programs in the next video. So, but before that, you have to watch this video carefully at least 4 to 5 times, so that this basic concept, you can get these basic concepts very minutely and very carefully. Okay, now let us see in the next video. Thank you.